Hi everyone, welcome to a stitch with me. This is my second or third one. Don't quote me, I might be wrong, but welcome to stitch with me. My name is Ymir, also known as AlmondMnMs, and I am doing a stitch with me of the Zimmerman Coverlet. I'll actually unscrew this just so you can kind of see where I'm at. I started this a little bit less than a week ago, or possibly about a week ago. Sorry, I'm not prepared, but I started this about a week ago, and this is currently where I'm at. So actively, this is the first repeat of the pattern, so I would assume that the full pattern is possibly up to here, so it'll be the first repeat. I would like to do the 3 repeats. I'm not sure. What do you guys think? What are your thoughts if I should do it in the 3 repeats? I'm actually gonna show you my phone so you can see what I'm referencing to. So I'm working on the Modern Folk Embroidery Zimmerman Coverlet. It's a monochrome color sampler. I'm actually doing it in 2 colors, but if you can see, it's charted once, but you can do it about 3 times, and it's basically this part here. So what do you think? Should I do it 3 times? It will most likely be, well, obviously it'll be going this way, so it'll look like this. It'll look like this. Should I do it 3 times, or should I just do it 1 time? What do you think? I'm really enjoying the stitch, to be honest with you. So I'm not quite sure if I should do it 3 times or if I should do it just 1 time and move on to another sampler, or to another project. I'm not sure, so just let me know what are your thoughts if you're actually working on it. Tell me what you think. If you're planning on working on it, also tell me what you think. If it's your first time coming to visit my channel or see my videos, welcome. If you've been here more than 1 time, welcome back. But if you don't know, I do love feedback, so definitely let me know what are your thoughts about me doing it once or repeating it the full 3 times. I'm not sure yet. I did want to have a red sampler going, hence why I have it in red. I actually started another sampler yesterday. Being slightly naughty and not being a monogamous stitcher, but I'm very interested in doing this, so I'm not sure. What do you think? Let me know. Let me see if I can rearrange you, because I think you really can't see my stitching much. So let me stop and try to rearrange you again and see if perhaps this will be better, because I know there has been 1 or 2 call outs or requests to see exactly how am I stitching on 1/1. So give me 1 second, I'll be right back. Alrighty, so sorry about that. I'm actually doing a faux overhead view. Don't mind this because I'm using this as a what's the word, as the kind of like as a resting place for me, because something just happened with my tripod and I think I'm gonna have to replace it, and this was the best option that I had since I was in the middle of recording the previous direction. So I am gonna do it this way. So as I mentioned, let me know what are your thoughts, if I should do the third way, the 3 repeats, or do the 1 repeat. I love feedback, so don't hesitate to reach out to me about that. I know 1 or 2 people have asked for me to do an overhead view of what it is that I'm doing or what I'm stitching as far as 1/1. I most likely always stitch 1/1. I don't think I have any project that's aside from that. I only have the save the stitches that it's 2/1, but that's just like some of the borders to accentuate the lines. But aside from that, everything else is 1/1. So this is gonna be the best way for me to do it and show you what I'm doing. So far today I've already stitched about 670 stitches, but I'm starting off again, and I figured I would record a little bit and just hang out a little bit with you all while I record and stitch. Hopefully I don't frog, because usually I like to record and do a voiceover just so I don't mess up, but we're gonna wing it today, and hopefully I'm good and I don't have to frog, because your girl doesn't like frogging 1/1. It's a headache. This is a 40 count Mallow linen. I am doing it 1/1, as I've been raving about the past few minutes, and I am stitching it with a Madeira floss. I actually have it, it's a gigantic one, it's a spool, and a Soie, where is it? An Soie Surfine, number 2384. I can actually put all the information below in the drop down box. Just so you know, I'm actually working on 2 red samplers right now. I have another one that I actually started. It's pretty it's someone's fault. I'm not gonna blame them yet. I'll most likely blame them on my floss tube when I film it later this week, but I'm not gonna say anything. So when I'm working on, because I'm using the same exact floss or threads, whichever way you want to call it, I actually label it on the inside. This is just also a gauge for me to know how many yards and how many spools I'm using per project, because I like to include that information as well in my stuff. So I just figured I would quarantine it a little bit and have that information off to the side ready to go. Sorry that you hear some sirens going. I'm guessing there's a fire or something nearby to me. Hopefully everything is okay, but you know, living in New York City, you'll and I'm pretty sure as many other cities that are super busy, I'm pretty sure you'll have like sirens and things like that going. So it's a regular for me, it's a regular for us. We pretty much sleep through it, unless God forbid, you know, it's the issues with us. Of course we're able to, you know, wake up and things like that, but usually if it's not, you know, we can just sleep through anything, which is a blessing in disguise sometimes, and sometimes it's pretty dangerous. So can't complain about that. I am actually happy today to just talk to you all a little bit about what I've been doing. As far as, I think I mentioned it, either I mentioned it in Spanish or English, I had to get quarantined from work for 2 weeks because I traveled outside of the country. So while that was happening, I was actually working from home. but that also helped me stitch a little bit more, which I really didn't. My stitching didn't change because we're in the middle of moving, so I've been packing a lot like during my time off. But I do want to say I actually joined a Facebook group. Give me 1 second. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I actually joined a virtual group, a Facebook group called Virtual Stitchers, and everyone on there is amazing, super nice. I've already became I'll say I'm a newbie buddy with a few people on there, some of the regulars that I've been seeing, and I'm actually happy to have met a few new friends, and I'm willing and able and ready to start new relationships with a lot of those people there. I always believe that the stitchy community is amazing. Everyone is so welcoming and so great and nice that, you know, like, why not? I want to have friends everywhere in the world. So if you're not my friend, let me know. Let's be friends. I want to be friends with you. And I'm sorry if I sound creepy, but I like being friends. This little X. So, a little thing about me. As you can see here, let me put my needle. Maybe you can't see it on the video that well. So you see here, this stitch right there, it's like a little crooked. Sometimes I just take my needle and like fudge it, and if I can't get it, to be honest with you, if I double count and triple count, I'll just hope that I counted everything right, and I'll just stitch right over it. I know that may not be good, but that's kind of what I do. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so that's kind of what I do. Don't use me as an example because I'm not an expert, but that's actually what I do, so I'm sorry about that if it's something bad. But yeah, so I joined Virtual Stitchers, and I will say that everyone there is awesome. I love the community. If you're not on it, I highly suggest for you to get on it, especially for those that don't have any, I don't want to say stitchy friends, but don't really have the access within their community to meet people, or you know, whatever your circumstances may be, just join Virtual Stitchers and you'll see a whole community of welcoming, beautiful souls to the community. So I'm super happy about that. I've been joining religiously for the past week, and everyone is awesome. I have this little suckery thread. Everyone has been awesome, so I have no complaints on there. But yeah, aside from that, I actually wanted to vent a little and just chit chat with you guys about my apartment hunting process. I was actually mentioning to someone earlier today that hold on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One more. I was actually mentioning to someone today that we were talking about art and hanging artworks on the walls and things like that, and I secretly have been pushing for a specific location. My boyfriend doesn't know that I have a YouTube channel, so he'll never know, but I've secretly been pushing for a specific apartment only because of the entrance, and it's because it has a great wall, and I've been selfish, and I'm just like, well, I want this. Why? Because I want to fill the wall with art, and why not stitchy stuff? So I've kind of been dragging my feet on other places because I like this place. So if you're trying to buy a place and your spouse or your partner is dragging their feet, perhaps it's because of the walls. Just kidding. But it's true. I'm actually in love. When I walked in, I was in love by just the wall. I mean, it's a big place and it has a lot of wall space, but there's just one wall at the entrance that needs to be filled with love. So I will be doing that. Hopefully, if everything goes well and we can sign, I'll be doing that. So wish me luck on that. And hopefully, you know, before the ending of the year, we'll be moved into there and I won't have to deal with any types of headaches. Sidebar, just so you know, I like to count my stitches, as I mentioned before, but when I do my voiceovers, I don't have any problems because I can stitch, pay attention to the pattern, and count. But when I'm talking, stitching, paying attention to the pattern, and counting, sometimes I forget a few stitches. I'm a good multitasker, but sometimes, you know, I think my multitasking abilities kind of slows down when I start chatting, counting, stitching, and paying attention to the pattern. So don't judge me on that. I may be a few stitches behind, but my goal for today was to do 500 stitches today. So currently I'm almost pushing 700, so I'm on the right track, and I did all 700 on this sampler, so at least it's not a big deal. I actually wanted to talk a little bit also about my needles. So currently I am using a size 28. I believe this is a bowhand, and I'm being super lazy and not replacing this needle. I have so many needles, trust me, but I'm just being super lazy. So this needle is technically slightly discolored already and almost basically rusted, but I refuse to give it up. Hence why you're gonna hear a lot of the like scratchy on the threads as I'm pushing it in and out of the fabric. But I don't know, like, trust me, I've been working on 56 count 1/1 and I don't have any issues. So I mean, I know there's like beading needles and things out there that you can also use, but I haven't had any issues with any size 28s. I've been using John James, Pam's Favorites. That one is Rocio from Kokohama Stitchery's favorite, and she recommended that one to me, and I love them. And they're all size 28, so I don't have any issues with them. I highly recommend them. But yeah, I mean, I'm stitching this 1/1 on a size 28 and I'm getting to places, so hopefully this doesn't push you away from working on the smaller counts, as far as holes, or like the higher counts as far as numbers, you know what I mean. Hopefully this doesn't push you away from doing that, because you may feel like, oh, like the needles don't fit and things like that. I love it. I literally love it. I'm obsessed. I don't think I'll be able to stitch on the lower count fabrics at this point, because I've been working very small for the past few months, and trust me, I'm no expert, but I mean, that's what works for me. So I don't know, tell me what you think, tell me what you think. And I'm not judging, because I feel like everyone's work is beautiful and pretty. Every single time I see something that someone is working on it, I'm just like, it's so pretty. That's why I go down the rabbit hole on Instagram. I'm just always liking every single picture, especially cross-stitch picture that I see, because I mean, it's someone's work, it's amazing, and I mean, I love it. I have to like it. and that's why I take a little bit more time also going through all of the pictures, because I'm just like, these are so pretty. But yeah, hopefully the combination of higher count fabrics and size 28 needles don't deter you. If you use a smaller needle for this type of count of fabric, currently I'm working on a 40 count, but I'm also using a 56 count. So if you use a different type of needle and you're like, this is great and I love this type of count of fabric, let a sister know, because I would greatly appreciate it and I would gladly try it out. Another thing is, I honestly, with this, I really don't care about the back. I mean, I know better. I know how to do the pin stitch methods and all of these different types of methods, but I'm just lazy. I don't want to say lazy. I'm just very like, meh, whatever. Nobody's gonna see it, and I like to have a dirty secret in the back. Because why not? If you hear yelling, you're also gonna hear yelling, and it's my boyfriend because he's in the other room playing video games with his friends. But I also wanted to chit chat a little bit about my needle threading method. I believe it was Teresa that told me, you have an interesting way of threading your needle, and I guess I do. I guess I do. I mean, that was the only way I learned how to do it. I mean, sometimes if it's really bothering me and it takes forever because my fingers tend to go numb, I will try to like thread it through, but usually I can do it this way, you know, doing the sliding through, and it doesn't bother me at all. So I guess I thread my needles weird, which is funny because I never really paid attention to that until recently, and I was just like, oh wait, you don't thread the needles that way? Like, why not? So it's gonna be interesting. It's interesting. But how many of you guys thread the needles the way I do it? Let me know, and maybe we can be needle sisters and brothers, or whatever pronoun, is that the word? Whatever category you would like to fall under. And it's not a like, it's who you are. So let me know if you thread your needles this way as well, because if I'm not mistaken, I feel like the needle bug, like ladybug, but needle bug, but with 2 G's at the end, because it is her last name, threads her needles this way. I feel like I just saw one person threading their needles that way, but I'm not quite sure. And I know that I'm missing a few stitches to count, but it's because I keep on talking and I won't shut up. But I'm here giving you guys updates and just socializing a little bit before I have to go to sleep and dread going to work tomorrow, because a lot of changes are happening at work, and I haven't been at work for 3 weeks, almost 3 weeks, and I don't really look forward to going back. And that's that about work. I should be happy that at least I have a job. I know a lot of people are struggling, a lot of people have lost their jobs, don't have jobs, whatever the case may be, but you know, I'm trying to live a drama-free life and a headache-free life, and sometimes you have to deal with that, but that is part of adulting, and you know, we just have to move forward from that and embrace the good and embrace the bad, you know, and just keep moving with our heads up. I guess that's me giving myself a pep talk while I talk to you. Don't listen to me because I'm not an expert. Don't make any life decisions based on what I'm saying, because I don't want you to come back and get me or haunt me. But yeah, aside from that, that's pretty much it. I haven't been doing anything. I haven't left my house at all, because I'm trying to be a responsible human and not get anyone sick. God forbid I'm sick. But so far I haven't had any symptoms. I'm perfectly healthy. I'm totally fine. You know, aside from that, I really haven't been doing anything. I'm happy to have joined the virtual stitchers. That's the one main thing, and I don't plan on leaving them anytime soon. So yeah, I hope if you have the opportunity to do so, you can do that as well, because I feel like little by little, once I start meeting everyone, I'll have a great relationship with kind of like the people that usually log on. I do see the interactions amongst everyone. I am a observer. I like to observe. My dad was a sniper, and I have the majority of the people on my dad's side of the family somewhat in the military or some type of armed force category. So I feel like I was just born and raised to observe and, you know, just watch. So I tend to do that, and, you know, from what I've gathered, they're all wonderful people there, and I'm happy to be on there. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, aside from that, I think I've done more talking than stitching. I know someone had mentioned to me that they look forward to me doing a live. Man, I am so far behind that. I mean, I don't want to say I'm scared, but A, I need more videos under my belt. That's the first thing. B, I do need to, once I move, I'll set up my desk and everything, and I can probably have a better setup. But man, I don't know. Let me know. Let me know what you think. I mean, it's a great idea, but I don't know how many people would join, which regardless, it doesn't matter if I get to just talk to 1 or 2 people during the live. I don't care, because each and every single one of you are just as important to me. I don't care about numbers or anything like that, but it's just as far as the setup. I'm a techie girl, so I don't have a problem setting things up, but I think I'm gonna have to wait until I move. So hopefully by December I would be able to do that. Sorry if I keep on moving around, but it's because I'm actually sitting on my bed doing this. So I'm not too comfortable, because I'm literally crouching over. Like, this is my leg right here. My legs are folded, so I'm crouching over, so I keep on having to do like mini stretches while I'm talking to you. I'm off of video, but aside from that, I think that's pretty much it. I'm gonna keep this video short. I like to keep them short. I'll see if I can do you know, maybe like once a month, because I'm doing them in doing these stitch with me's in both Spanish and English. Maybe doing once a month a good like hour-long session, and then in between doing like the 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 15-minute sessions for everyone. But yeah, that's pretty much it. This is all I did. Just this and these little thingies while we were chit-chatting. 718, I'm pretty sure I did a little bit more, but I lost count because I was talking while recording. But that's pretty much it. I will hope to see you soon. This is where I'm at. You're actually getting a closer view of my stitches. 40 count, 1/1. And this is where I'm at. I have kind of the same mirrored situation here, and like half of a flower that's here, and then that's the first page done from the pattern. And then I would be moving on to the next one. So that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching. I hope to see you on the next one. I'll leave this way so you can admire and watch. I hope to see you on the next one. Oh, sidebar, don't judge me here. I've been actually janky, just super janky. I may have to use a actually I may do that, a floss card. I really don't use them, but I do have a pack from when I started. I'm using a old DMC needle packet. As you can see, that is not a size 26, but I wrapped it around. But now that I'm talking and I look weird, I guess, I'm gonna put this on a floss keeper so it can actually be better, because I don't want to walk around with this big situation, and also like the threads like to fall off of the spool. So don't judge me on that, because that's what I'm gonna be using when I start doing more of these on the other side. So aside from that, thank you for watching. I hope to see you soon, and happy stitching, and I hope that you enjoy the rest of your day or night or morning, wherever you are. So thank you and have a good one. Bye.